there, baby. How are you? I missed you so much. Is everything okay? I'm glad to hear that. Me too. I'm just a bit tired, exhausted, drained. You know, a whole list of stuff. How about you? Are you doing alright? Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that this week's been nice to you. That's really sweet. Hey, you know something? You know what I miss? We used to do this like a lot, but like we kind of stopped recently. But I miss it when me and you would just cuddle up and I'd read you a bedtime story. Oh, do I still have the book? Good question. Let me check. Yeah, I still have the book, but why? What? You wanna do it? Okay, alright. Let's do it. Come here, Angel. Alright, baby. Alright. A New Year's party. Just because it was the first day of the year, commenced father, and because parties were about the nicest things in the world to the mind of a little girl named Ella, her mother decided to give her one. It certainly does seem like the first of the year, or the first of something, said Ella. It's a new day, a new year, and we have new toys and new games. We are even going to have a supper out of new dishes. For among the presents Santa Claus had brought Ella was the fine set of dishes. They were pink and white, and there were 6 cups and saucers, 6 little plates, a teapot, sugar bowl, and cream jug. It was really complete, a very complete set. Damn, she got a whole kitchen. Ella got a whole kitchen for Christmas. She got a whole kitchen. I mean, like, for real, a full-blown kitchen. They had thin bread and butter, hot chocolate with whipped cream, and a cake which Ella's mother called a New Year's cake. It was pink and white on the top, with pink sugar trimmings on the white frosting. That sounds delicious. It also sounds like he's gonna give me a toothache, but delicious, not gonna lie. In the center of the cake was one pink candle, for Ella's mother said it would be quite impossible to have a candle for the number of years there had been, and 2, it would be nice to have a new day and just consider the year a day old. Technically speaking, if they're into the new year, it would be a year old, wouldn't it? Like, just technically speaking, like if it's the 1st of January, it's 1 year because it's the 1st of January. So technically speaking, she isn't wrong, right? Like, I'm not tripping here, right? After the cake had been almost entirely eaten, they played house. Each little girl took a corner of the room as her house and fixed it up with some of Ella's things. They all had their own dolls and many of their other toys. Sorry, I'm getting eepy. Or their other toys, so they really felt quite at home. I said I was getting eepy. Yeah, I'm never saying sleepy again. It's EP. From now on, it's always EP. I am EP. I am EP. Never sleepy. I am EP. I am EP, baby boy. Yes, EP. Very EP. I am EP. And it's just nice to be in the company of someone that you love and just be okay, you know? Knowing that they're okay, knowing that you're okay, and just being in their company and reading comfy little childhood stories is also very nice. So it kind of just relaxing in a sense. I know it sounds weird to say that, but it's just in a sense nice. Just being around you is nice. Then they began calling on each other, dressing up in shawls and old hats, which Ella's mother let them use. After a while, they heard a flutter against the window pane, and then another little flapping sound. "It's a little bird," said Ella, as she looked out the window. "It's right on the sill, and I am dreadfully afraid it has hurt its wings. Poor little dear." Birds on the windowsill. I'm trying to think. Would birds even trust humans? Like, I don't mean to be that guy, but I will be that guy. Humans are kind of sus when it comes to trusting, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, humans are kind of sussy buckers. Wait. You smell like a baka. It's cute when you laugh. I'd love to see it. Alright, let's continue. They opened the window and Ella took the little bird on her hand. "Oh, how cold the little bird's feathers were. We'll take care of you," said Ella. They gave the little bird some breadcrumbs and some water. Then he had a delicious piece of lettuce from the seeds which Ella had started in the box in her room. Ella had lettuce seeds in her room. And what type of... What? Would you, if you were younger, would you grow lettuce of all things in your own bedroom? Question mark? No, like lettuce? Really? Like you had the choice of multiple other things and you choose lettuce? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark? I mean, hey, I'm not gonna judge you, but lettuce? Really? Me personally, I tried to grow watermelons, so I know. Skill issue? Pretty soon, the bird began to grow much better and hopped and chirped about the room. Then they let him out, for he had simply been very hungry. "Let's put some soot in that tree over there," said Ella. "Let's put some breadcrumbs," said her friends. Then one of them added, "Let's give some of the New Year cake crumbs too." So the little bird was given a regular New Year's feast, and Ella and her friends were among the other children who decided to look after the feathered people. Feathered people? Aren't those like... What are they called? Harpies. I remember from mythology. Feathered people through the cold months of the winter, and to give them breadcrumbs and soup, which they love so well. That was an interesting story, to say the least. I mean, it is what it is, you know. I mean, except the lettuce. Who grows lettuce? Is my question. It's like, of all the things that you could have grown, lettuce? Question mark? Really? That's your choice? Like, huh? The math was not mathing. You're getting sleepy. It's okay, you can sleep. I'll keep holding you. The selfish oyster crabs. I'll read you another one until you fall asleep. I'll keep reading until you fall asleep, actually. Okay? Atta baby. Proud of you. The selfish oyster crabs. You know, I think oyster crabs are perhaps the most selfish of all the sea animals, began Dad. The oyster crabs really belong to the crab family. They're called oyster crabs. However, because above all things, they love the juice of an oyster and absolutely live on it. And what I am going to tell you about now is the way they get it. First of all, the oyster crab hovers around the oyster and then picks out a nice, fat, juicy looking oyster, saying to himself, "You look as if you could feed me well without any effort. I think I will crawl into your shell." That is weird. So then he crawls right inside the oyster's shell and proceeds to enjoy himself. He prefers just to sponge on others, as the expression goes. The end? What? That's the end. The next story is Brownie's toothache. Okay, let's read that then. Of course, when you fall asleep, I promise to hold you tight. Of course, sunshine, of course, baby. I love you, okay? I love you too. No, you're the best. No, you the best. No, you. No, you. No, you. No, you. I believe in my baby's superiority, period. I do not listen to anything else. Baby, your superiority. Believe in it. I feel like Naruto. Believe it. Alright. Brownie's toothache. Going to the dentist always frightened Evelyn. "Dear me," said Dad. "I think I will have to tell you about the Brownie's trip to the dentist, for I think his case was very similar to yours." Wait, Brownie's a person? I thought Brownie was the cake. This little Brownie had had a toothache which had bothered him for some time, but he dreaded to go to the dentist, just the way you do. One day, though, it got awfully painful and he felt he could stand it no longer. He went right off to see the Brownie dentist. It was a very clever dentist and very kind and gentle. Just like my little sunshine, isn't he? This dentist, he's just like my precious little sunshine. Kind and gentle. He got a pair of pullers, and after a moment or two, Dr. Brownie said, "Well, here's the old toothache." "What? My tooth's already out?" said the little Brownie. "And to think of all I've suffered before I came to you." The end. What? That's the end. The story after it is the pink cockatoo, and then after it, the pet monkey. That's interesting. Oh. Aww, you look so peaceful when you're falling asleep. Sleep tight, Angel. I love you. Sweet dreams, my love.